Alright, this is portal number 68. The link to play is in the description below. Go ahead and comment your results below once you've played, as always. And we're spinning the wheel here. Let's see, maybe Pacers? Okay, we're gonna guess a player from the Raptors to start today. I don't know if we've got the Raptors before. Let's let's try to go with. Maybe we could do. Uh, I like to go with more like veteran players, but let's go with Precious Ashua. He got traded there. Let's see. We got a forward, and this player is 6'8", so that was a pretty good guess, to be honest. And we're also within 2 years of age. This player's gonna be 23 or 24. Their number is extremely low. It's gonna be 2, 1, or 0. We know that for sure because this is gray. So this player's in the West. Forward, 6'8". Number 2, 1, or 0. That would narrow it down a lot if I knew more about numbers. I can always, like, if I see the player's number on the jersey, I can usually figure out who they are. But just thinking of the numbers, I'm not great at that. So yeah, 6'8" forward, 23 or 24 in the West. Let's just try to think of some guys that fit that criteria. Um, Somewhat difficult when you get the exact height. Knowing guys' exact heights can be difficult. 6'8", and around that age. Um, yeah, so probably a small forward. I'm thinking. Um, it's not going to be like a Michael Porter Jr. because he's too tall. I'm pretty sure he's 6'10". Um, but Michael Porter Jr. would have been maybe a decent guess. I think he's the right age. We could always guess him just to get more hints. Um, because we do need to probably get the right division and everything before we can make a real specific guess. So, yeah, Michael Porter Jr. is a guess. Um, we could go. Well, Cameron Johnson, right? We could go with him. Um, yeah, I don't really want to guess Michael Porter Jr., so let's go Cameron Johnson. Okay, so another 6'8" forward. He's obviously too old though, and so this player's not in the Pacific. Um, is Brandon Ingram 6'8"? I feel like Brandon Ingram might be too old, but he might not be a terrible guess. Let's go ahead and guess Brandon Ingram. Okay, yep. So we got the right division now, and he is a 6'8" forward. So at least we were on it with that. And he was 24. He was within the age. Obviously, though, the number, it couldn't have been him. So yeah, this player is 23. We know that for sure. Once again, their number's 2, 1, or 0. They're going to be in the Southwest. So we're looking at the Mavericks, Rockets, Grizzlies, uh, Spurs. Okay. Well, I'm not sure of anyone on the Spurs that would be a 6'8" forward that's that age. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, on the Mavericks, or maybe Dwight Powell. I think he's more of like a forward slash center though. But Dwight Powell could be a guess. Um, yeah, maybe we'll guess Dwight Powell here. Um, And the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies do have a lot of young players. This could be like maybe. I mean, it was the Grizzlies yesterday, but maybe like Brandon Clark. I think Brandon Clark's too old. Um, let's go with Dwight Powell. I don't think this is a great guess, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, he is a forward/center. He's too tall there, so not on the Mavericks. We have this problem a lot where we just can't narrow down the team. We have very vague 6'8" forward. We have a lot of hints. 23 years old. Number 2, 1, or 0. But yeah. Just got to think a little harder, I guess. Number 2, 1, or 0. I don't think Brandon Clark is going to be number 2, 1, or 0. But this player's. We got to narrow down 3 teams. It's going to be the Spurs, the Rockets, or the Grizzlies. So. Number 2, 1, or 0 on one of those teams. It would be a lot easier if I did know the exact number. Obviously. This just feels like one of those games that's going to go down to like the last guess for me. When I have bad luck with getting the right team, this happens because, yeah, I can't think of any specific players that are 23, 6'8" forward, 2, 1, or 0. I'm really stuck right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty stuck. 23 years old player. I'm thinking this has to be somebody on the Grizzlies, right? I mean, this is really stumping me, to be honest. Let's just go with Brandon Clark. Let's just see. Yeah, it's someone on the Grizzlies. Okay, so yeah, obviously, yeah, Clark was too old. But we got the right team. It is the Grizzlies back-to-back. It was Desmond Bane yesterday. So this player is 23, a 6'8" forward, number 2, 1, or 0 on the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson Jr., right? No, it's not. He's way too tall. Okay, so we have 2 more guesses. Obviously, Jaren Jackson Jr. was a bad guess. um, that's kind of funny. Hopefully, we can still get this one. We have 2 more guesses. The Grizzlies have been in the news a lot because they moved on and they're playing the Warriors now, and they lost the first game by 1 point. I think I said that in the last video, and that's why this should be somewhat easy. We just gotta think. I don't think Dylan Brooks is tall enough here, right? I don't think Dylan Brooks is. I think Dylan Brooks is like 6'5". I mean, I feel like to get number 2, 1, or 0, you have to be like kind of a well-known guy, right? Like, they don't just give number 2, 1, and 0 to anybody, right? That's like a low single-digit number. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking small forwards. Maybe this is more of like a power forward or something. So maybe it's Xavier Tillman. Hopefully, yep, and it's Xavier Tillman. That took us a while, to be honest. But we got it. We had 1 guess remaining after that one. If that was wrong, Xavier Tillman makes sense. I feel like he's more of like a power forward, but I don't know. Kind of feel like he plays some center too. But yeah, Xavier Tillman. We probably should have got that one earlier. We shouldn't have guessed Jaren Jackson Jr. Honestly, I just kind of got impatient there. Sometimes it takes me a little while to think of these guys. Like I said, it's hard to imagine the jersey number without just seeing the player. But like if I saw him and he like didn't have the name on the back of the jersey, I mean I would know that's Xavier Tillman, obviously. But yeah, it just took us some time there. It just took us 7. Not our best game, but you know, at least it didn't take us like every single guess to get the right team. Those are the most frustrating games when you just can't get the right team. And with this one, it felt like the 6'8" forward is like the most common of NBA players, obviously, as we guessed a ton of them, and none of them were the right guy. So, well, one of them was the right guy, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people have beat me on this one. Xavier Tillman, pretty well-known player, and it was just the Grizzlies yesterday. So if you guessed Xavier Tillman in yesterday's one, you guess him again today, you got it right. Um, yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe because I'm posting these every single day. I'll be back tomorrow, and that's about it.